You've been trying to save, but it feels like you don't seem to be saving enough. You really want to increase your savings, but what can you do? Welcome back to Mr. Money TV, the channel that makes financial knowledge fun. So here are 5 ways I've learned that have helped me save more. Number 1, wait. Have you ever told yourself that you cannot and would not buy something, but in the end you buy it anyway? Or maybe your mom tells you, don't eat these cookies in the cupboard, but it only makes you want to eat it more? I have. So what I've realized is that we want something more when it's forbidden. So the next time I want to buy the latest iPhone really badly, don't say no. Cannot, say can, but only after 30 days. By mentally allowing myself to buy that thing, the urge to buy actually decreases, and when I add the 30-day rule to it, oftentimes the urge to buy just fades away as the emotions subside. So you're not saying no to yourself, you're just saying wait for 30 days. Number 2, track your expenses. You've probably heard this a million times, but the easiest way to save more money is to track your expenses. As a full-time fitness coach, if my client wants to go on a weight loss journey, the first thing I get them to do is just to list everything they have eaten over a certain period, like a week or a month. Now, this isn't me being like a teacher checking an exam paper, but rather it helps my clients build awareness of what they're actually eating throughout the day. By knowing what they're eating throughout the day, we will then know what they need to eat more or eat less in order to have a successful weight loss journey. So when it comes to my finances, it's really no different. In order to know where my money is going, I need to track my expenses. By tracking my expenses, I'll know where every dollar goes. As I started tracking my expenses, I noticed 2 things: that I overspend more than I realized, and that I didn't need as much as I thought for my essentials. Before we go into it, here's a word from our sponsor.
So, you've done your fundamental and technical analysis, but what's next? The truth is, stock price doesn't just go up or down for no reason. There has to be triggers. And these triggers come in the form of information. But with all the news in the market today, it's difficult to differentiate between useful information and noises. Even if you are able to, you may not have the luxury of time to filter this information out. That is why, through our market update community, our team of experts with more than 10 years market experience will do the hard work of filtering the noise for you to bring you the most useful and updated information, helping you to make day-to-day investment decisions. Join us for a 7 days free trial today to gain knowledge, be informed, and filter out noise to make the best investment decision for yourself. Terms and conditions apply.
Number 3, automate your savings. We all know that we should save first, then spend later, but we often do the opposite. I noticed that I did this a lot when I managed my savings manually, so I decided to automate my savings. When I automated my savings, 4 things happened. Initially, I thought,
walao wei, die lah! Already struggling to survive, how to save more?
But what actually happened was that it forced me to live within my means. By saving first, I was immediately forced into being frugal and only spending what's left after saving. Learning how to balance my expenses here and there so I could cover my necessities. Number 2, I realized that I was a lot less tempted to spend my money on luxuries because I couldn't spend what I didn't have in my spending account. Out of sight is out of mind. Number 3, as I automated my savings, if I had extra money at the end of the month within my spending account, I no longer felt guilty about splurging the remaining money because I knew that using that money wouldn't hurt my ability to pay for my loans or an emergency. And number 4, it helped me build my financial safety net without derailing my budget. Next, no credit card debts. When I first got my credit card, it felt like I had unlimited power! Unlimited power that I could make large purchases or go for installment plans on the latest tech that I like. But I've seen and heard too many horror stories about credit card debts, so I set a rule for myself that I would always pay off my credit card in full each month. Now, you may be wondering, why not just pay the minimum amount? Well, you could do that, but there's one problem: interest. With credit cards having one of the highest interest rates out there, paying the minimum amount can subject you to additional interest rates ranging from 11% to 18% per annum. Continue paying the minimum balance every month and you may find yourself paying more for the interest than the actual amount you owe. So if you want to save more and you have a credit card, make it a habit of paying off your credit card in full each month. Last and definitely not the least, deflate your lifestyle. I cannot stress this enough. If you don't learn this, you will never be able to save more even if you earn more. Why do so many people who win the lottery end up bankrupt down the road? It's most likely because they didn't develop the necessary skills and mindset to handle such an enormous amount of money. Money in itself isn't evil, nor is it the root of all evil. Money only amplifies the habits we already have. Earning more doesn't necessarily mean spending more. Therefore, it's important to strive to deflate our lifestyle. You don't need to have the newest gadgets, you don't need to drive the fastest car, and you certainly don't need to keep up with the latest fashion. Realize that spending money on material objects doesn't necessarily make you any happier than when you were living modestly. Don't live luxuriously today at the expense of tomorrow. So there you have it, 5 ways to help you save more. Well, what are you waiting for? Go and apply what you've learned now.